Hi, it's Christian here and welcome to another flight time tutorial. Today I'm gonna tie this one. Big ass brown and orange shrimp. And the reason for this pattern is because I bought this one last week. Wild boar bristles in orange. I found that in a big box of materials. Someone was selling cheap and I bought this one instantly. Went home to my wife because that gave me ideas, this one. So that's the reason for this shrimp. And I used some Krogh, this is whiting, and some easyshrimpeyes in black, some orange midge flesh, Raidzap resin, and both black DSP, some Veevus, some orange thread, and some lead wire. And for dubbing, I chose a semi-seal, this one in a spot prawn, and I also chose some burnt orange SLF dubbing. And last but not least, some Arizona sealed up in this Canadian rainbow color I like so much. And the hook is a traditional shrimp hook from Ahrex in size 6. That's all you need for the orange and brown shrimp I'm gonna tie for you now. Here we go. This was the one, a orange, brownish shrimp. And in my vise I put the traditional shrimp hook in its 156 from Ahrex in a size 6 and some like Veevus GSP threads, which I like. And then I'm gonna start by making a strike point, or so we can call it, with some of this really nice colored burnt orange SLF. It's called. It's a nice color to this pattern, in my opinion. So I'm gonna start here. Found this wild boar bristles in a box of old materials, and them super cheap, so that got me thinking when I got home, and lined up a lot of materials, colors, materials, and experimented for an evening, and then it ended up in that shrimp. I haven't tested it yet though, because it's winter. I made a pink version as well. It's already on the channel, and with the same materials, similar materials, and that one worked for sure. So no reason this wouldn't work either. Maybe when the water gets a bit warmer. And I'm gonna grab some of this, the spot prawn semi-seal, and this has some UV effect to it. So why I wanted to try this. Just gonna try to align the fibers a little bit. These fibers aren't long, but I'm tying them on top of the orange one, but a little longer. Then the SLF underneath. Just gonna give it a tiny bunch more of the SLF up. Like that. Move that out a bit. With that done, it's time for the wild boar orange bristles here. I'm gonna look for some of the shorter ones because they can be hard to find, to be honest, because they're all kind of bent to all. So I want to try to find some that are maybe a little bit straight. It doesn't go to all over the place and in similar length as well. See, I found a bunch here that's way too much, but these long ones, they're gonna take those away, leave those for later some other time. And then I'm gonna take the bunch here and get rid of the try to get rid of the Underfur, this stuff, which I'm gonna save. So save that, important. And then you're stuck with a bunch like this. I'm gonna try to line them up a little bit so they are about the same length. Get rid of the layer last of this. Then we have the we have a bunch like this, which I'm gonna place on top, and again a little longer than just stuff it just tied in. I'm gonna go easy here on the first few wraps here, then you can put pressure on, getting rid of the rest up here. All this in. See? Then I'm going to take some easyshrimpeyes, extra small, in black. Could be other colors as well. Orange would be nice, or maybe purple or something that really sticks out. Black ones can disappear a bit amongst all the other materials, but yeah. The eyes right on top of the boar bristles, wild boar bristles, and then I'm just gonna flip over the fly and take some of this. This is supposed to be non-lead wire. I think it's lead wire, to be honest. But just to add a little bit of weight to your fly, I'm gonna tie in underneath the shank here. Make sure it's straight. Like that. And with that done, I'm going to take some UV resin, some Raidzap thin, which I'm just going to soak into the materials here. So the shrimp eyes, and the weight I just added aren't going to go anywhere. really need to secure that they are on that straight. They are. Well, then it's time for flesh. I use this, the orange one from midge flesh, it's called. And this is nice stuff. I highly recommend these. I thought I had every color in it, but there are more. So now I'm on the lookout for the rest. Those I'm missing. Putting them in between the eyes here. The boar bristles can go a little bit underneath the experience the other day, but it was not very much, and the sea trout did not seem to care. But if you make them long, I can imagine it's getting the boar bristles really long. They can go down here in the bend of the shank of the hook. But as I said, not really a problem. But it can happen, so now you are warned. Then I'm gonna take my underfur from the wild boar. I'm gonna clean that up with some of this. And preparing a bunch here. Which I'm gonna put on top here. Spread out a little bit. Your thumb and line the rest. Helps shape the fly. Has a nice color to it, in my opinion. And I'm gonna tie that in. With that done, I'm gonna use a Coq de Lion Pardo feather, and I found one here, stripped half of it, and I tie that in for a hackle. I'm gonna do in a sec. I'm just going to use half a feather because using an entire feather is going to be a bit too much in my opinion. But that's up to you. You can see I've used a little less boar bristles than I've used on the other ones I've tied, but that's up to you how many boar bristles you want. Then I'm going to take my dubbing, the Arizona, sealed up in a Canadian rainbow it's called. Also tons of other dubbings that's gonna you can't get this one. Like SLF dubbing is quite similar in at least in the fibers, maybe not in the colors, but close. So I'm gonna dub backwards and forwards, and then I'm just gonna do a thin layer here. And then when I move forward again in a sec, I'm going to use a bigger layer, but not as tightly wrapped as it is now. before I haggle, I'm just gonna use a gentle rub here to get some of the fibers out. Just grab my haggle pliers and haggle away. Drop of Raidzap here. And brush. Then I'm going to take some of the, at the very end, I'm going to take some orange thread. That's just going to, my way of marking that this one is, this fly is weighted. It's weighted underneath all the materials, so I have some that are unweighted and these are, I've added a little bit of weight to them. A drop of varnish. You can do a bit more of the brushing if you wanted to, but I think you get the idea. The orange brown shrimp ready for the box and for the coast. Hope you enjoyed my little tutorial. Will subscribe and have a look at some of my other tutorials, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.